Here we are again, and we're going to look at our packets this morning. Happy Tuesday to you. Your packet should have a bear on the front, and it has 414 up here. That's today. 4 stands for April, so it's April the 14th. So get out your pencil, get out your packet, and let's go to work. First of all, it says, write a list word for each homophone. Now the list words are listed right over here. Remember here, these are the words we're going to use. So let's go ahead and let's read the list words together. Can you read with me? And I'll try to read slow. 4, bear, more, 4, deer, here, war, earn, floor, where, earth, share, herd, yearly, careless, doorbell, nothing, and may. Those are your words for this week, plus the 2 special words. Remember, our special words were, let me think what they are. Gravity and, oh man, what was the other one? I'll think about that. Anyway, those are our 2 extra words for this week. Gravity and that other word, which I'm going to bring it out in a minute, okay? Well, let's go back. It says, write a list word for each homophone. The list word for each homophone. The word homophone is kind of a new word to me. We used to call it a homonym when I was a little girl. But I seen homophone. Okay, and homophones are totally fun to work with. You can get some really funny, you can see some really funny things written in newspapers or written on billboards or signs where people misspell the word and use the homophone instead, and it makes it really funny. So anyway, remember a homophone is a word, 2 words that they sound the same to your ears, but, oh dear me, they are not the same at all. They don't mean the same, they're not spelled the same, but they just sound alike. So let's look at our first one. The first word is bear. And this kind of bear, for number 1, this kind of bear is like to have like bear skin. Let's see, let me think of a better one. It'd be like to be completely without. Okay, like the apple tree was bare. In other words, it had no apples on it. It was really sad. Okay, and apple trees right now, I have a couple of them. They're pretty bare. They don't have leaves and they don't have apples either. So, but we have to think of another way to spell bear. Okay, so can you look over here in your words and can you find the second way to spell bear? And this kind of bear is like the bear in the picture. So find that word, and in your beautiful cursive, write the word bear for number 1. Okay? For number 2, the deer they have here is the deer that lives in the forest. And you might have seen a deer before. Can you find another deer over here? Another way to spell the word deer. Good. Don't forget to write it in cursive. And let's move down to number 3. The word is 4. This is like the number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But can you find another way to spell the word 4? I bet you found that one really quickly because that's the first word, isn't it? Good. Write it in cursive and be careful making your F's. Number 4 is the word earn. That is a funny word, earn. It's kind of like a fancy vase, an urn. Can you find a different way to spell earn over in your word column? Earn. Another way to spell earn. Did you find it? I hope you did. It was, oh man, let's see, it's kind of in the middle there. E-A-R-N. Is that what you found? I hope so. Don't forget to write it in cursive. Good. And let's move down to number 5. The word is herd. This is like a herd of elk or a herd of cows. But there's another way to spell herd. Can you find it in your word column? Herd. And this kind of herd is Oh, I haven't heard that story before. Heard. Move over to number 6. The word is war. That's like the opposite of peace. It's like when people fight, there is a war. Can you find a different way to spell the word war? War. And that kind of word means, oh, she wore a beautiful dress for Easter. War. Number 7. The word is where. Now, I disagree with this author, whoever wrote this book, because I don't think they're right. So let me help you with that one, because what they're telling you is not correct. The word they're wanting you to write is W-E-A-R, where. But where has a W-H blowing sound. It is not a homonym with a where. So the book company is wrong. But we'll make them happy and we'll put down the right answer. W-E-A-R is the right answer. At least that's what they want. Number 8 is the word here. We are not here at school today. But can you spell the other way to write the word here? And that's what you do with your ears. Did you hear what I said? Okay, the other kind of here. Okay, go back and kind of look those over. Be sure you have your name on your paper, of course. Be sure that you have those words written in cursive, and be sure they're spelled correctly. All right? Then let's move down, and it says, read the story about a park ranger. Underline the correct bold homophone. And remember a homophone. There are 2 words that sound the same to your ears, but they don't mean the same, and they're not spelled the same. But they sound alike, so it's kind of a little bit tricky. It's kind of like a little trick, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, well, there's our park ranger right there, and his name is Roger. How do I know that? That's what it says. Hi, my name is Roger. I have been a park ranger for 4 years. 4 years. They want you to underline the number 4. I wear a uniform and drive a truck. How do you spell where? Not where, but how do you spell where? Underline that. Sometimes I see wildlife or their tracks. Yesterday I saw the tracks of a bear. Now how do you spell that kind of a bear? Think it through. Okay, remember it was number 1 up there. Okay, underline that one. Part of my job is to check on campers. If I see or hear about a problem, I help solve it. Oh, I'm glad he's around. How do you spell that kind of hear? If I see or hear about a problem. Hear? Okay. Can you underline the right spelling? Last night I saw some campers leave their campfire burning when they went into their tent for the night. Can you spell that kind of 4? Not the number 4, but the other kind of 4. And that would be scary to leave your campfire burning all night. Whoa. I stopped to tell them that all fires must be put out. I wouldn't want their dear children to be hurt if a forest fire started. That kind of deer is D-E-A-R, not the kind that like animal deers, but we don't want them to get hurt either in the forest fires. It is my job as a park ranger to keep the forest a safe place for people and animals. So I know that when you go camping, hopefully you'll get to go camping this summer someplace, and you'll be really careful with your campfires too, and you'll put them out, so there's no sparks at all. Because sometimes a wind can come in the night, and it looks like the fire was pretty smoky and pretty cold. But every once in a while, when the wind blows, it gets a little spark going, and pretty soon you've got, a little fire when you really didn't want one. So I know you're careful with your campfires. All right. So I had some underlining there. There were 2, 4, 6, so I should have 6 underlines. And let's turn our paper over. Read the poem about a forest ranger. Use the proofreading marks to identify the mistakes. Write each misspelled word correctly on the lines below. Okay? This is where our words are written in cursive. Sometimes those are a little harder to read. I remember being in 3rd grade and I wanted to read cursive so badly and I just couldn't. It just made no sense to me. So maybe you're like I am, and maybe you need to look on the back side to find your word list, but your word list is right there. Or you could use yesterday's word list. You also have that from yesterday's packet. So you might need to get that out if these are so hard to read. Okay, let's work together. Ranger Roger. Ranger Roger checks in at 4. Okay. I see 2 mistakes. Did you find the 2 mistakes? Ranger Roger checks in at 4. Well, one of the mistakes I saw was they forgot that all names begin with a capital letter. So Roger's name needs to begin with a capital letter. Can you write 3 little lines under the R in Roger? So 3 little lines under the R. Let me see if I can do it over here on my paper. Okay. So the R with 3 underlines. So it should look, like that. Okay. Did you do that? He checks in at 4. Uh-oh. There's a problem right there. You don't spell 4 like that. You know how to spell it. So go ahead and circle it. And then down below, by number 1, down below, go ahead and write 4 spelled the correct way. Don't forget to use your cursive. So you put your circle around that because that is not spelled correctly. All right. I'm going to read it again. Ranger Roger checks in at 4 and goes to check the forest floor. The only mistake that's in that part of the sentence is the word floor. I hope you got that too. Floor. So go ahead and circle it. And for number 2 down below, write floor spelled the correct way. So circle floor. I'll write it here. Circle the word floor. And then you find out how to spell it and write it for number 2 down below. Okay? And if I'm moving too fast, and I probably am, if I'm moving too fast, just put me on pause, okay, and come back. Here we go. The second stanza. Safety is what he holds dear. When he's on duty, there's nothing to fear. Oh my, dear me. Did you find 2 mistakes? I found 2 mistakes right away. Safety is what he holds dear. Look at how they spell dear. Oh my. But how do you spell that kind of deer? Did you remember that that kind of deer, even though they should be circled, it's not ever spelled D-E-R-E. So be sure you get that circled. Okay. So there's my D-E-R-E. Be sure you circle that. But the way you spell it is D-E-A-R. So down below for number 3, write it D-E-A-R. And be sure that you write it in cursive. Okay? Deer. Safety is what he holds dear. When he's on duty, there's nothing to fear. Uh-oh. What's the other funny word? The word is nothing. You don't spell it that way. So can you circle nothing? Excuse me. And then you spell it the correct way in cursive. You do not spell nothing that way. But write it for number 4, the right way to spell nothing. He's glad to help on any day, assisting hikers who've lost their way. Oh, we have some problems in there. Oh, dear, dear. He's glad to help on any day. Wait a minute, there's too many 2's. Okay, so get rid of one of those 2's by putting that delete sign. Remember what the delete sign looks like? A cursive E over the top, kind of like that. Means get rid of me. I'm not supposed to be in there. He's glad to help on any day, assisting hikers who've lost their way. The word lost does not need a capital L because it's right in the middle of the sentence. So it says, lost. You're supposed to put a slash mark. Okay, there's my slash mark to show that it should be a small letter. Assisting hikers who've lost their way. And after the word way, you need to put a period. And they want you to put a period and then just circle it. How about like that? That'd be perfect. A period and a circle. Okay, let's move down to the next one. Campers come yearly to explore the lakes, trails, and so much more. Ah, dear me. 2 more mistakes. Can you find those mistakes? They're spelling mistakes this time. Campers come yearly to explore the lakes, trails, and so much more. The 2 mistakes are yearly you don't spell it like that. And the next spelling mistake is more. That's Joelle's last name. More. So find out how to spell those words and write them down below. Okay? Now I'm going to read the rest, and I'll let you do the rest by yourself. Curious animals like bear visit campsites without a care. There's 2 mistakes. One is a spelling mistake, and one is a capital letter mistake. Okay? Curious animals like bear visit campsites without a care. The next stanza, bears sniff around for a tasty snack, and nervous campers think they'll attack. There's just 1 spelling mistake. Can you find it? And the last one. Ranger Roger works from May to September, giving campers a summer to remember. Okay, remember a period at the end of a sentence. Remember that all months start with a capital letter. All seasons, like spring, summer, winter, fall, do not start with a capital letter. So keep that in mind while you're writing these words. So there's 2 spelling mistakes and then a period at the end. Remember, you can put the period and put a circle around it. All right? And you don't need to rewrite the poem on another piece of paper. Great day. We've done enough for this, okay? Enough work for that day. Okay, so you got that all done. Go back and be sure you spelled everything right. Be sure you've written in cursive. Be sure it's nice and neat. And you're done. Okay, see you after a while. Bye-bye.